So I'm going to take us back to the beginning. I asked you a question this morning, right, around 10 o'clock, for you to write down how you think of Google when you think of exporting. If you still have your notepad and you remember what, or you just remember what you wrote this morning, that's fine. So take a minute now to think about what you're going to say after this day, right? How did your opinion of us change? How did your thinking of us potentially as a partner and how you can put us to work change when you're thinking about all the complexities that we talked about today with exporting? So that's great. So if we could just switch to the next slide. I do want to bring us back to the start of the day, right, from Christopher Columbus's perspective, right? And I mean, my hope is that we all agree that export does open doors, right, to connect you to customers and new customers at that in global markets. So if you think about his journey and the continuum that we talked about earlier today, do you have a pretty good understanding, like now that you've seen the content throughout the day, where you think you are in the continuum? Like when I showed you that first, right, and I'm up here, oh, you might be here, you might be there, is it kind of like, okay, we're definitely here, right? So when you think about where you are, do you think that your team at Google can help you get to that next stage in the continuum? All right, good. But I think, you know, again, I love that Professor Popper kind of talked us back. We went back to Christopher Columbus thinking about, again, it was silks and spices, right? It was the allure, right, of finding this new world. And initially, hey, it was trinkets and gold. Like, it might not have started off as great as he had anticipated, but in the end, right, it grew. And I think that's really important to the way you think about your work with us as well and the things that we're doing in export. We might hit a market, it's kind of a dud. Right? We might have expected the ROI, the CPCs, the CTRs, all those wonderful acronyms we use to be something that they weren't. But ultimately, we have to launch and iterate. We have to continue to work on that. And I think, again, that's where I ask you to put us to work as a team.